So what do we need to do if we want to be empathetic listeners? So here's a bit more of what not to do. So first of all, if somebody comes to you and they're looking for a bit of empathy, it's not time to debate. Are you sure you feel that way? Let's debate it. Not time for that. It's also about not challenging them. And I'm not saying you never, ever challenge somebody, but initially you're wanting to listen, you want to be supportive, so you're not challenging them immediately. Also, not contradicting them. Not assuming and saying, oh, stop now, I know where you're going with this conversation. And it's not about trying to diagnose their problem. It's actually just about sitting back and listening and letting them have their lived experience. Now, people often say, Shola, but what if I disagree? I have to push back. Okay? Empathy doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but that may not be the moment to tell them you think that they're wrong or that you don't agree with what they're saying. Okay? So that's empathetic listening. And here are some examples of things you can say to people. Wow, that's tough. How do you feel about it? Or, that's interesting. What makes you think that? Now, if you like to push back on people and you disagree frequently with what someone says, this is a good one. What makes you think that? So it's curiosity there, rather than, oh, I disagree, that's wrong. Or, have you been in that situation before? What do you plan to do? Versus, oh, that happened to me last week, this is what I did, right? Now, not to say, if they say to you, hey, I'd love a few tips, or I'd love some advice, or, oh, have you experienced that? Can you tell me what you did? Nothing wrong with that. But all too often we leap in to give our own 2 pence worth before we've even listened properly to what that person has to say.